Gangsta on this bitch, you know, watching Nolazine.
If you ain't on Nolazine, you ain't on.
You hear me?
Gotcha. So for the people who don't know, tell them where you from.
I'm from the 7 Ward, hard here all day, back of town.
Gotcha. Before we start this interview, you know, she said she from the 7 Ward, but she has a New Orleans legend as a father.
Yeah, my father is hot boy Ronald.
Yeah. So you know, and it's crazy 'cause, like some people will actually claim where they daddy from. They're like, I'm from the 9 Ward, but you gotta represent the 7 Ward.
Yeah, all day. That's really where I'm from.
I mean, what part of the 7 Ward?
Off of what's that? Elysian Fields,
Okay.
over there by the Bluestone.
Gotcha.
Not too far from St. Aug.
Gotcha. And also, before we go further in this interview, she is a identical twin.
Yeah, I'm an identical twin.
She
too.
should have brought her twin right quick for she to jump down.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that's me.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh no, she would have took the whole spotlight. She day and I'm night. I
Dang.
swear.
And the crazy part is I told somebody that earlier. I said, man, it don't matter how you come in this world, you're always going to have, like different visions. You're going to act different. Like, you could be, like, y'all could look alike and still be two different opposite people.
I mean, we have our times where we say things exactly alike. We've been doing that since little, you know. But
So like, what's the craziest moment you can say that you had having one, it'd be like a twin that, you know, it looks just like you.
like, what's the craziest moment?
Yeah, like in life, like growing up and just having someone that, like, you, if you look at that person, like, damn, this person really just look like me.
I don't know, cause like, put it like this, like we look just alike. Like if you see our childhood pictures and everything, we look just alike. It's hard to tell us apart and everything. But it's like, what's the craziest moment to me is it's like when we look in the mirror, we don't see that we look alike. Like we look like our own person. If that
You
makes
gonna find
sense.
other features like, man, I don't got that.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah, like when we look in the mirror, like we know we twins, but it's like we don't look that much alike, you know.
All right. Now I gotta ask you this question before we go further. How many dudes try to get both of y'all at the same time?
I ain't man. Oh shoot. Fuck. Probably a lot of them. Like, see, this the thing though. Like, I'm tomboyish, so like my sister girl, so they going straight at her first, and then it's like if she turn them down, they'll try to come talk to me, and I'd be like, you go back that way, homie.
So you basically saying, you know, if one of the twins innocent and like one of them just a straight gangster.
I ain't been a gangster all my life, but I mean, I've been tomboyish. Like, I ain't about to put on no makeup all day and be wearing pink and all that. Like, I ain't about to do all that. I'm about to put a hoodie on, you heard me, some booty shorts, sneakers, call it a day. My sister about to put on the makeup, the jewelry, a dress, something with a skirt, all that girly shit.
All that girly shit. Mm-hmm. But you know, you got some tights on right now showing your legs. You know, you trying not to be fully thugged out gangster.
Yeah. I switch it up from now to time to time.
So I ask you this question: just even having twins and different siblings, like, how was it like having one like New Orleans music artist that's known, you know, to a lot of people as a father growing up?
I actually liked it. It was crazy though, like wow, cause it's like when people found out or people who already knew, like we'll be going to school, they'll start beating on their chest, walk like Ronald, hot boy Ronald, walk like Ronald. I be like, oh my God. We'll start laughing. Then it got annoying, but we liked the attention kind of.
I'm about to say, you know, but at what age you like, man, y'all gotta start. Hey, bro, you gotta chill with this.
They did that all our life. I ain't lying.
Hey, but still to this day, huh?
Yes, still to this day.
I ain't gonna lie, but you know, hey, but at least right now, you know, they got something else for you. Now you gotta make it hot.
Yeah, they be wearing that out too.
But it's funny because, like, you know, and my daughter, like was singing a song. She was like, and like she be like, man, how you know all these famous people? So she was singing something, make it hot. Like, I know him too. You don't know him. I'm like, she don't believe. I said, you gonna make me call Ronald? And like, I said, dang, it's crazy because he got kids liking his song. I'm like, man, ain't nobody. It's hard to see people like kind of stay that relevant forever.
Right. His grandson like that. Like my little boy, I got an 8-year-old. His name Royal.
Oh, but she's 9, the person I'm talking about.
She 9?
Yeah, she's 9, so they around the same age. So they probably on the same wave.
And he love his papa. He be singing the song and everything.
Why wouldn't, man? That's what I could go to school and tell everybody. That's my papa. Make it hot. How many people go to school saying their grandpa got a song that's viral on TikTok?
For real,
That's his
for
grandpa.
real.
That's not his daddy. That's
Right.
his grandfather.
For
Like,
real.
how many people you know? Like, imagine you saying your grandfather is popping on TikTok. Just think about that.
Not many. Not many.
Not at all. None.
Not many.
I don't know nobody else grandpa popping on the internet. Grandpa.
That's true. That's true.
Grandpa on TikTok, a whole nother social site that he didn't even know
They got
about.
the dances and all, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. But hey, that's a blessing, man. Shout out, Ron. We got to get you back up here. Anyways, got more questions for Gangsta Dog.
What's popping? What's
How you
popping?
came with that name?
It's a long story. Like, I remember when I first started doing music, I did it for fun, really, to like help with my depression and stuff. So that's why I started like really doing music. And like when I started like posting it on Instagram, promoting it or whatever, everybody was like, "Damn, that's hot, that's hot." It was like, when you got something else coming, when you got something else coming. And I'm like, damn, so I really can't do this shit for fun no more. So that's how I started like taking it more serious and just started writing. But I got the name from Asian Dog, because like Asian Dog was my role model. Like we have a lot in common. Like she got put out of school in high school. I got put out of school in high school. She been in jail. I've been in jail. So like she was like kind of an inspiration for me at the time and like my role model.
That gotta be a crazy story. You getting put out of school, but your twin still there. That's a
She
whole other story on
was,
its
she
own.
was.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna bring it back because you know, like a lot of people are actually like when I was young, I didn't know what anxiety was. I didn't know what depression was. But the more I start doing interviews, I'm starting to realize a lot of people is actually going through this, and you know, people are more open to speaking on this. So, like for the people who at home, we gonna chime in a little bit on it because like everything might help someone. So like actually, I'm like, what you like far as your knowledge, I'm like, what do you think actually caused you to actually go through depression?
What caused it? Or like
Yeah,
how
like,
do
you know,
I get through it?
Well, I'm gonna say like some people have like a certain event or something that happened in their life that they
I
started
could easily
feeling
say that.
down, but we gonna bring it to the point and to kind of see like it what helps you actually go through depression. But we want to see like what age and like how it started for you.
Well, it started young for me. Like, I lost my grandma during Hurricane Katrina. I was really raised by her. She died during Katrina, so that was a tragedy right there. And I was only 8 at the time, so we had to go straight to Texas, and we stayed out there for like a whole year before we could come back home. And then, like, after that, that's when I started really living with my mama, And we closer now, but I ain't really get close with my mama, like have an actual bond with her until after I had my son. Like I never was close to my mama. I was always close to my daddy. But I couldn't always go call and run to my dad. So, that was some part of like a, tragedy, why I went through depression and stuff. Because even when I lost my grandma during Hurricane Katrina, that's when me and my twin stopped dressing alike. Like we stopped dressing alike at an early age. I wanted to be my own person. I wanted to not, look like her so much. So, I've been through a lot of trauma. Like, I have a lot of my friends I lost to the streets and stuff that I was real close to. That's like family. I lost them. And then, like, my whole mom's side of the family, they all died back to back as soon as my son was born. So a lot of depression and all the tragedies, that I had, that's what caused me to, like, go through depression. So I was like, I got to fight this because, I used to take pills. I used to be smoking. I used to be wild and crashing out. Like I had a felony at 16 and all that. I got put out of school and all that. I graduated high school later on in life. I ain't gonna say I had a hard life, but I've been through a lot of shit.
So, for the people who's actually watching right now, how do you actually cope with it? Like, do you self-medicate? Do you sleep? Do you find like other things to actually think about?
What, like to get me out of?
Yeah,
my music.
Just get you out that mode. Okay,
my
gotcha.
music is what really saved me. Like, like I'm talking about like bad. I used to be crashing out bad too. I be popping pills and everything. Talking about mixing drugs and all. Like,
Right.
and I feel like God gave me my son to change me or whatever like that. I got close with my mom. I started getting closer to God. And that's how I was able to pull through. Like without music, I probably would be gone long time ago.
Gotcha. So I know this probably another whole nother point where people probably like, wow. But like, you know, but you didn't really have a good relationship with your mom. So like, do you think that, you know, your mom treated, you know, but your sister like a little, different from you?
At one point in the time, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like my twin was more of her favorite child. But it's like now it's kind of like different now since I done matured. I'm the one with the kid. You know, my twin, she don't have no children, so it's like I'm not gonna say I'm more mature, but it's like my mama feel like she could come to me and talk to me about everything now instead of my sister. But it's crazy because if you ask her that question, she'll say she don't have a favorite. She love all us the same.
I got a lot of you. I don't know how you can love one twin more than another because they both looking like, you know.
Right.
I can see as a young parent who's growing through things, but maybe one might cry more than the other, like a little cry baby. I can't see how you can like look at one twin different because like I have like a lot of different, like I have a lot of identical twins in my family, and I still don't know how to tell them apart. Like now they're older, I can tell which one pulled up on me because they all got different cars, but but all of them still kind of look alike. So it's like, you know, they don't have no tattoos or nothing to you know, make them like how you got tattoos everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, your sister probably even had that.
She got tattoos too.
She don't got as many like right. That's what I say. And so you might can find, you know, the difference. But my cousins, you know, only way I can tell if one get fat and one skinny. That's the only way I can tell an identical twin. But you know, it's still, you know, I still can see how you could treat two ones different. But I also get, you know, how your mom kind of relate to you because like we all like, you know, a lot of people I see them blame their parents, but they don't realize once you get to like 25, 26, but you might could just sit back and be like, man, and just put yourself in their shoes. Like, if they was young when they had you, so but there's no guide to being a parent. So like nobody know how to be a parent,
right?
And so sometimes, you know, you can fall out with your kids, but like you probably really don't mean no harm.
Right, most definitely. Like I ain't gonna lie, when I had my child or whatever, I had my child pretty much the same age my mom got pregnant with me and my twin, and I moved out because I wanted to feel more free. I wanted like better. I feel like I was being held back or some shit like that, if it makes sense. So I wanted to like be on my own. So I started living with my baby daddy and shit. And I ain't gonna lie, when I moved out and had my son, my mom was like, "You're dead to me." And I'm like, damn. Yeah. And like she really treated me like I was dead to her. And I'm gonna say I moved back home with a year later because I just couldn't take it. Like I was having mental breakdowns.
Yeah, but do you feel like she actually meant that, or she just was just mad at the moment?
I feel like she was just mad at the moment, but if in reality it felt really like hurt. She meant it hurted, but in reality it felt like she really meant that because like when she said it, it was like that's what it pretty much really was.
You don't really post it, but like, you know, I think, you know, I'm not a female, but I know like females. If the way y'all cut, but y'all cut emotionally. When y'all mad, y'all say certain stuff. Like certain shit that dudes won't do. That's why I say she probably really didn't mean it. But
we say things we don't really mean because we be that heated and upset.
And the crazy part is some dudes that can be taking stuff that y'all say seriously.
Right.
But it's like, I know better, like, you know, like.
Right.
You know, I have to catch myself. I'm like, man, that person don't really mean that.
But I mean, we the same way too. Like when y'all tell us some things, we take it seriously.
But sometimes we be saying shit we really do be serious.
Yeah.
But like a female, you know, like a hurt female might say any fucking thing. Like right now, you might be a gangster dog. But if you in your feeling, you fuck around, call the police on the person. Don't even mean to. Like, man, I ain't really want I ain't no fucking rat. I don't mean to call the police on that nigga. We gonna find it out. I'm just saying, you know what? You know, I fight that nigga tomorrow. But you like your feelings, bitch. I'm calling the police, so you beat me up too bad. Even though I hit you first, but I know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I don't fuck with them people.
Right.
No.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. Everybody got different. I just seen girls.
We gonna have to fight or shoot it out. It's only two ways.
And see,
fast or slow.
Hey, but that's why they call you gangster dog.
No, you think I'm bad? I'm dead serious.
You gonna make it hot for real on the block.
It's two ways. You gonna die fast or slow. Which way?
Damn. Well, I'm gonna leave that subject right there.
But back to what you said a moment ago, you was like, you know, it's no rules with being a parent. It's really not. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I had my son, it ain't naturally just kicked in, but I was like, okay, ain't no plan. I'm gonna be a mother, and it's just been like that since day one. And I love my child. He's truly a blessing.
I just had my first biological child this year. At 37, I feel like I'm a grandpa. I feel like
What? That's young.
No, he's young right now. He's 10 months. He just made 10 months.
No, but you young too. At 37, that's
right
young.
Now, I'm adding his age up. When he's 10, I'm gonna be 47. When he's 20, I'm gonna be 57. I'm be like, man, when he graduated, they'll be like, man, who that grandpa that is?
My mom was like that though. Like my mom is the baby out of all her siblings. And
but how old your mama was when she had you?
She was 21.
Okay. And so like
we literally 21 years
like, are y'all the oldest?
Yeah, we the oldest.
So her first kids was twins. That was hard. That was hard enough right there. I always
my mama actually like I got 2 little brothers. We got different dads or whatever. But before she got pregnant with them, she had twins. But she lost them. So then when she got pregnant again, that's when she had him, and then she got pregnant again.
And so like, you know, I'm like, what year this was when she got pregnant?
What, the twins?
When y'all was born? No,
what
and I'm talking
y'all? Oh, I'm a 97 baby. I'm a
97
baby.
So like your daddy. I be like, what year he got shot?
He got shot when I was right when I was born. When he got shot up.
Okay, I remember. I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, like the crazy thing is, my mama told me, when he got shot up and she was going into labor or whatever like that, I was crying nonstop. Like I did not stop crying for like a whole hour until my daddy mama came to the hospital. She had to like calm me down. Like I don't know what was going on, but she said they didn't even want to put us in the same bed. I didn't want to be on side of my twin or nothing. I was just crying nonstop. And my daddy got shot up at the same time when all that was going on. So she told me that. She was like, yeah, you're more close and linked to your dad, and your other twin, she's more closer to me. And I was like, you for real? She was like, yeah, you really was crying nonstop. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, but you're a real life, I'm like daddy's girl.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I love my daddy.
I ain't gonna lie to you because he told me a story like when I got shot up. How you think I walk like Ronald came about? And I just thought about the age and the year he told me he got shot. I'm like, wait, how old you in? So it made me add that up.
Yeah, he got. I think if I'm not mistaken, he got shot in the year I was born.
God. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna speak on this. He might be mad when I say this. Your mama had to be stressed out for a good 10 years. Like even if she still was trying to be with him, because he got shot up. Then 4 to 5 years later, maybe 6, he got hot doing walk like around. So he traveling the world. He probably all kind of women on him. He probably got all kind of women on him. So it's like
she told me some stories, but from the sounds of it, it looked like she was able to like handle it. You know, that's not why they went their own separate ways though.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
My mama, I'm on the camera saying
that's actually their business. But I was just thinking of like, man, you know.
She's from the 7 Ward, so
you actually went through a lot with, him, and you actually, like having it's different having, like, I see how people feel after having one baby, but having 2 of them at the same time, I couldn't imagine me having 2. Like I told my wife, I'm like, man, you might have to keep one of them if we had 2 of them. You keep one, I keep one. We got to sleep upstairs, downstairs, uptown, downtown, or something. But it's a blessing, Lo. I think people get more blessings when they have multiple babies at once.
Facts.
Because how do you manage? Like, I know one woman said she had triplets. And she was breastfeeding. Yeah, I think you only got 2 nipples.
She take turn. Take turn.
But
what she could have did was probably breast pump. Got that bottle out the way. Then she started feeding 2 at one time. And the one she did use the breast pump where she, fed.
One of them babies going to grow up, man. You fed that other one more than me. You was yeah. I remember my brother being on that titty a little bit more than me. I'm messing with you. Gotcha.
I'm dead.
So, jumping in the music industry after after your father been in it for like the same amount of years you've been born. Like, how was that like for you? Like jumping in the same game?
I liked it. I feel like it's in my genes, I ain't take off yet, but I ain't gonna say some people don't know my name. Like, my name out there, and I just love it.
You gotta make your part do that feature. I'm saying it on camera. You gotta make him do that feature, man. Turn your daughter up. That girl cried for you. She is your fucking twin. Make it hot, nigga.
It's bad funny. He said she cried for you. I'm dead.
She cried for you. She like, man, I need my daddy here. Cause like people don't really realize, man. But your life could have been really different in Gangsters if if he didn't make it.
Right.
Cause
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I ain't had my dad like in my life and he ain't make it, I probably would have crashed out and been right with him.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. And guess what? People don't be knowing their kids feel like that. And that's some crazy shit right there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I hopped off the porch early, and it was really because like, don't get me wrong, me and my twin close, but like the whole reason of why everything I went through, hopped off the porch, going in and out of jail, is because like I tried hanging around my twin and being around her friends, but I ain't gonna say I ain't fit in, but it's like when I came around, it's like I always intimidated people. They was like, "Why you look mean all the time?" You know, I'm like,
Hey, but I ain't with this
this
girl
my
and shit.
face, you know, like I ain't mean. You won't know until you talk. I don't bite, you know. So it's like they'll be on some weird shit. So I just took my own way and started hanging with my own friends.
If you created your own friends, huh?
Yeah, and majority of them, I ain't gonna lie, was just niggas. I hung with nothing.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish
you.
you'd have brought your sister, because I got this next question. Like, I wonder how many times people approached her to have a fight with her thinking it was you.
Oh, no.
Or different situations, people thinking it's you, but it's really her.
That'll never happen because everybody knew us apart. Like, she always wore makeup and shit, and I ain't wear makeup. And then not only that, they knew I was the one in and out of school in trouble, the one with niggas all the time. So it's like a lot of people used to be scared of me in school, and my twin also ain't like that. So, you know, like, I ain't gonna never forget when I came back from being expelled, I had to wait a whole calendar year. So I was out for a whole year. And when I came back, the girl who fought my sister, she was like, "Oh, my bad, son. It's my bad. Please don't beat me up. Please don't beat me up." And I was like, I ain't even worried about you. Like, you know, it's good
You trying to get me put out again for another...
Right,
another
but you know, she come apologize because I guess she thought I was going to try to come fight her because this was a girl who used to follow me around school. She was like a flunky. Like, literally follow me.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I would have a different mindset if somebody fight my twin. Like, you fight my son. I feel like you'll fight me if you fight my twin.
Right. And that's how I felt. And I was heated because I was at a whole nother school. I was at a whole
But you couldn't crash out either.
Right.
You just going
and
back
it was
to school.
like I was so far away. Like, we was going to school way in Harvard. Well, she was going to school in Harvard and I was
what
way
school
in
y'all went to?
We went to Helen Cox.
Okay.
And then I got put out, so I was over there at LJS Tech.
And it was all through the West Bank and everything.
Yeah, pretty much. I went to LJS Tech, Landry Walker, JCFE.
So I'm gonna ask you this question. You know, being on both sides. What do you think is the biggest difference from the West and all these parishes?
I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with the West Bank though. Like, they're a different breed. Them niggas be on go more than cross the river. I ain't gonna lie.
Somebody say, in the West Bank, if they fight more. And Orleans, they ready to...
Yeah, you can put it like that. No,
yeah.
That's true. The West Bank do fight more. Because Orleans, on the other side, downtown, uptown, everywhere else on that side, they gonna shoot it out.
You know why I told somebody that? I say, it's a reason why them dudes fight more in the West Bank than they fight in Orleans. You going to jail faster than Jefferson Parish. Like, Orleans, just my life...
You gonna get away with that shit.
Like, just my life, I always knew. I always felt like I get away with it in Orleans.
Right, you can.
And JP, I told somebody something. Somebody like, man, for real, I said, man, it's a different way I treat both parishes. Jefferson Parish, I won't run a light. Orleans, I'm running all lights.
Facts.
And that's crazy.
And that's true. It's really true. Like, I didn't stay on both sides, so like you definitely not capping with that.
Right, but I ain't gonna lie, when I was young, I could say, me just traveling from a railroad to the east, like running uptown everywhere, like them dudes really didn't really know the difference because they didn't really hang on both. So they like, they try to play on the West Bank more. But I'm like, I know some real crash dummies on that side too. It's like I know some people.
Them West Bank niggas be on go.
I know people. I just tell people like, man, I know people on that side to do something to you faster than y'all. Like
they really be on go. Like
and guess what? And guess what? And guess what? And it's not, that them dudes trying to prove their point. It's just that's who they is.
That's just really who they is. And you ain't lying with that one.
Like,
I ain't gonna shit on the other side too much, because that's where I'm from. But
no, I'm just saying,
they got
like,
some real steppers on the West too.
Right, but I'm saying, like, when I was young, the Orleans used to be like, people. I'm saying Orleans because I gotta make the global people kind of know what I'm saying.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, when I was young, when I used to go to those West Bank ass niggas and all this and shit, I'm like, man, I know some people.
Now I don't know how they was back then, but I'm talking about
they was raw
back then.
Hell yeah.
Well, this must have been when I was little.
But like the people I knew used to come lay their law down in Orleans. Like it was like Jefferson Parish was actually way more strict than when I was younger.
For real?
Hell yeah.
Shit, I'm thinking it's strict.
Like now, no. Now I can say the new generation that's coming from off the West Bank don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't give a fuck.
They
like
don't.
when I was young, maneuvering through both, we gave a fuck. We didn't want to go to jail. They got a lot of crash outs now.
Nah, they don't give a fuck about
They don't give a fuck. Look, they'll shoot at Jefferson Parish. Jefferson Parish get around them wrong. They don't give a fuck. But I'm saying when I was young, nigga wouldn't even think to shoot at the police.
Right.
Nigga like, man, I'm gonna just take my lick.
And you ain't lying. I ain't gonna never forget. I was in the 8th grade. And this is my first boyfriend. I ain't gonna never forget. That boy was like, I'm about to come get you. Whoop de whoop, this and that. And all I know is I had the most worst gut feeling ever. I said, I ain't fucking going nowhere with him. I said, oh, hell no. I ain't about to sneak out. Something just told me not to go. Come to find out, then got chased by the police, caught and flipped over, friend and died, he in jail. If I would have went in that car and left with him, I would be dead too. So I know you. Man, that boy had a whole high-speed chase.
And like what happened on the West Bank?
All the way to fucking Avondale, man. Avondale. I was like, oh no. I'm so glad I ain't go though.
Did he ever get out of jail?
Yeah, he got out. He was in that bitch for like 4 years, and then he got out.
Did you ever talk to him again?
Yeah, we talked, but at that time, I had already moved on my life.
It's a different type of
I was in high school, and I was already pregnant, so it was like...
He's still trying to get you, huh?
No, actually, he was heated. He was like, you're pregnant now, like, you know.
He couldn't have said it like that.
He said a few other words with cursing and stuff, but he was really, like, heated.
He let that old fuck ass nigga...
Yeah, and I was like, what you thought I was going to sit and wait?
Mm-hmm.
Like...
And in mind, they think they're going to stay.
You know...
I get it.
But yeah, you definitely ain't lying with that, D.
It's just, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I traveled the whole Louisiana. Everywhere like that. It's not, nobody's not like that. Right. But I was just speaking on general. Like when I was young, I used to be like, man, you know, I'm from LJ's, but my grandma stayed in my room. Man, it's lame over there. They used to be playing to play. I'm like, man, I said, man, they got some dudes over there. I'll fuck you up right now as we speak.
Thanks. Steal your car, take everything.
And on the same shit you own, they just might. Yeah, but they might just think about it a little bit more when I was younger. But now, they on the same shit y'all on. They on full crash mode.
Basically. So,
you know, we got you for a reason. I told you before we even started this shit, man. This is Nolazine Freestyle. Are you ready?
Yay.
And, you know, and guess what? Just to make sure you ain't got no ghost riders, I might actually go back to back.
Oh, Lord. I knew you was going to say that.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, but give it to them.
Gangsta. Up the school, these niggas think I'm selling bricks. I went for pool, now these VVs on my wrist. Bitch, I'm a show. Just look at how I pop my shit. This lingo fire, finesse. Yellow bitch, what you need? I'ma bless you quick. Run on me. All my guns have extended clips. Go to war, I'ma make this quick. I'm a raw hoe, you could die fast or slow or face it, bitch. I'm all about my bag. Ain't scared to take a risk. I ain't taking half, nigga. I want all of it. I'm fucking them baby dad in love with how he pawn his lip. She on lies, telling lies what care she is. I heard so ain't no nigga buy me shit. Sis.
Gotcha. Hey, but you got another one for him?
I do, but you know, I've been doing this for a while, so I feel like if y'all really fucking with me, y'all should go stream my music.
Yeah. Hey.
I've been doing this shit
That's
for
a proper
long.
way of saying, hey, do your
you
thing.
Know, I've been doing it too long, you know, it's in my genes.
But it's still, you can't give him no short Nolazine Freestyle. You gotta give him at least a minute long. If I could,
you just won't.
You know, if I could tag. No, I'm just saying, no, you can't give him no quick one, because, you know, when I tag, the people gonna be like, you know, gotta at least give him a minute. That's what you got for him.
They could tune in.
You know, some people give 3 minutes. Now you gotta at least give them 1 minute.
That's true.
Can't give him no 20
That's
seconds.
all I want to give them.
That's all you want to give him?
Yeah, y'all gotta go tune in. Fuck that.
Fuck that, yeah. If you ain't rapping for free, yeah.
Better tell them, say it again. Because that's what everybody want right now. And I ain't done it.
Gotcha. So I'm going to say with this, hey, but like, what's next for you?
Don't get me wrong, I'm going to always stick with music and shit. But like, I want to start a business. I need more motion coming in. Like,
you are a business.
I am.
You already started a business.
You know, but
Gangsta Dog. You can get Gangsta Dog, LLC.com, sell merch, sell.
I did that already. And it took off, but.
No, they did it already. Continue to do it. But I'm talking about sell you as a brand. Sell you as a music artist. Sell you as, you can sell some lashes. You can sell some
no, that's my
things.
twin thing. See, now you trying to make
No, I'm saying as Gangsta Dog, the brand selling it all.
My twin got that business.
Or you can make your twin become a business partner, man. Like, man, we are twins, and guess what? We both are brands. You know, you gotta make this work.
Yeah, that's true. But
I'm saying in general. But I'm talking about on GangstaDollLLC.com.
Yeah, I got some things I've been thinking of.
But if people want to pay for stuff off of you, you gotta think global. You can't think local.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta think big. Don't think small.
I was about to start this business with permanent makeup. You know, I'm still looking into that and want to do it. You know.
You just got to be a walking brand. That's what I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I got some stuff up my sleeve, you know, I've been thinking on it. But I'ma still be sticking with music and shit, you know. I think about my son though, you know. Like I gotta make sure he's straight because I'm a single mother.
Put him to work too. He gonna be
he
gonna be shipping them packages out too. Gotta make him work.
Yeah. But I don't know, like I really wanna start like traveling and shit though. Like I feel like I've been in New Orleans too long.
You just gotta do it. I told you, go make that song for your daddy. Gonna bring him on the road with you. Yeah, you gotta make him do it. Hey, but you gotta bring your dog on the road, man. Or she gonna slap a bitch. You hear in the background. That sound a little cat back there. I'm juicing y'all.
But yeah, I got a lot of things I want to do. So I'm gonna still be doing music. I want to start my own business and probably travel. That's what I want to do.
Gotcha. And also, you know, last but not least, tell the world where can they find you on social media and everywhere else.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Real Gangsta Doll, RealGangstaDoll.
If you ain't on Nolazine, you ain't on